وعلى أشرف سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Today, Alhamdulillah, we are going to another type of product, Salam and also Istisna. Maybe we won't have time for that, but anyway, this one actually is differed depending on which side. If you are the financing side, then it's basically deferred delivery. So you pay in advance and take this thing later, your delivery later. And then the other case of istisna is a construction and manufacturing contract. But these are all under the sale contract in Islam. It is actually it's a sale financing. But in the case of Salam, the delivery differed. In the case of istisna, delivery also differed, but the product also, in both cases, the product is not there. Okay. So let's go to the thing. Okay. Normally the fiqh rules in Islamic fiqh, okay, in order to make a sale, the goods for sale must exist. Okay, they must exist. Because we cannot sell what does not exist. For example, this is to prevent gharar, People say, that's why it will prevent a lot, this rule prevents a lot of fraud. Nowadays we have a lot of fraud, especially telecommunication, internet fraud. People don't exist. Even if they put up a nice website with all the thing, but that institution or that consultancy doesn't exist at all. So you pay up and you never get the delivery of the goods. Okay. So in order for the rule of Sharia is, subhanallah, actually, we should not take, why so many rules Allah has given. All these rules actually, many of these rules, some of this come from the hadith, some of them come from the Quran, some of them is developed by the fuqaha, the classical fuqaha and now the new fuqaha also. But all these they are based on reason. Why, Allah says, or the hadith says, the Quran says, or the ulama say that you have to have this condition for the contract to be valid. So they're all based on reason also, Allah doesn't give something for the fun of it. So it has a reason. So you have to be patient, sometimes we say, oh, there are too many rules in Islam, too many do's and don'ts. Yes, but every rule and everything has a reason. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for your patience, Allah will reward you 10 times over. 10 times means 1,000% return. Where you can get 1,000% return from anything else. No transaction give you 1,000% return unless it's a fraud scheme. Okay. So please be patient when you listen to the fuqaha and understand them. And we have to have a year of obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What we hear, we obey. And later on, once we hear and obey, we try to find out the reason and justification for why this rule exists in Islam. Okay. So in order for the sale contract, the goods for the sale must exist. The subject matter of the contract must exist. It can be, but also in the modern this thing, the goods can be tangible goods or intangible goods. Like for example, if you have, in the case of service, telecom service subscription, so there's no goods available, but it's still a sale contract or ijara contract, okay, depending on the type of this thing. So the intangible goods also can exist, okay. So owned by this, and then the second condition is must be owned by the seller, or the seller must have right to ownership, okay, and it should be deliverable. Normally, one of the earlier fuqaha, the earlier fiqh is actually you must be able to deliver the goods, okay. So it must at least be deliverable, okay. For example, in the case of a sale of shares, it is deliverable. It's not delivered once you make the contract, you won't deliver the shares immediately. Nowadays, because we don't even give share certificate. Those days we have share certificate. You have to wait for a week, they will get the share certificate. Nowadays, it's all electronic, and now they have CDS, Central Depository System. So it goes into the vault, and then it's automatically delivered in T+2 days. So but it has at least to be deliverable. That's why if you are doing broking, e-trading, you actually, once you have already deposited the money, they take your money. Once you give an order and you match the sale or you match a purchase, they will take your money away. You cannot take the money back. Your money is gone, and now you have already executed the sale. So you're just waiting for delivery. Okay. 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 So these three things must be that's the normal conditions for sale. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very kind to us human beings. He knows that we are very weak. He said we created you guys very weak. Okay. Okay. So and then he says, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us rukhsa. For example, if you have, fasting is, a compulsory on us, but Allah's going to give rukhsa. Rukhsa is a little bit lower condition and a lower thing you can do, when you're sick or when you're traveling, you don't have to fast, and then later you make up for it. Similarly, if you cannot do sujood or ruku, you can, sit down and pray. Or if you're in the hospital bed, you can even pray while you're sleeping and so on. So same thing. So in the fiqh muamalat also, the transaction, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us rukhsa, okay? All right, but additional conditions are put so that the problems with those sort of sale, which is allowed by the Sharia because of rukhsa, because of, there's an existing need, maslaha of the people. That means there's a need for the people for that type of contract. Additional conditions are put up to that thing so that the gharar element, the distinct element are avoided or reduced. Okay. So all right. Okay. So Salam and Istisna are two main contracts allowed in Islam, which allows the sale of something which does not exist at the time of sale. Now, when something doesn't exist at the time of sale, but sometimes we need this sort of contract. Okay, so if Allah says, "Oh, all this you must have the thing," then sorry, you cannot go to your tailor, or you cannot get a machine to be manufactured for your factory. Selling. You cannot go out and buy a machine, right? The machine must be for your custom made machine. You cannot get that thing, unless you make a contract. You see. So this is allowed in Islam for our benefit, Okay. So the non-existence of this gives some problems, because if you do not exist, then you cannot inspect the goods and so on. So additional conditions are added for this sort of sale. So two main things are in the agriculture. You use salam, where you can give the farmer the advance money. You make the sale contract or purchase contract. You can, salam can be both sale and purchase. So it's a sale contract. You can do a sale contract, but the delivery is after the harvest. The farmer or the thing or the manufacturer, in case of istisna, will deliver it to him. Okay, salam is a contract where a buyer purchases a commodity for future delivery in exchange for immediate payment. Okay, so you pay the money in advance and then you wait until the commodity is delivered. Okay, commodity is delivered. Okay. So, all right. But you can also have a parallel salam where you can. So this is a buying. Salam is not a contract of actually. Buy and sale is normally called buy. Buy means it can be either a sale or a purchase. Okay. So buy a salam. It's called buy a salam. So it can be both a sale and a purchase. Okay. But for technical purpose, we call it a purchase. Sale contract, we use parallel salam. We'll discuss that later in a moment. So salam has been defined by AOF as a purchase of a commodity, right? For deferred delivery, that means in the future it will be delivered in exchange for immediate payment according to specified conditions. Now you may ask, why don't you pay later when you need? Then it becomes a sale, a spot sale. But why do we do this? Because the farmer needs money, working capital, to buy the seeds, buy the fertilizer, pay for the people to sow the seeds, and then put fertilizer, and then take care of the thing until it is then harvest the thing and then deliver. So all this needs money, So most of the farmers they live from hand to mouth, So they need financing to cover this thing. Okay. Right. So when the party sentence is in Salam, Muslim fihi, the commodity to be delivered. Muslim ilahi is the seller, that is the farmer. And Muslim is the purchaser, that's the bank. Okay, that's the bank or whatever. For example, let's say there's a juice manufacturer, okay, juice manufacturer. He needs mangoes, oranges, whatever juice, whatever fruits he need for the juice making. But he cannot go and, when he wants to manufacture, he cannot go around to the farmers and then please give me this and that. No, you have to have stock inside this thing. So what they do is they do the Salam contract, and then the farmers will deliver, when it is season and so on. Okay. Ras al Mal, the payment, the price. Ras al Mal is the price, cash, kind of benefit in a Salam contract. Okay, normally nowadays it's cash. Or later contract in reverse, this one is a by what you call a purchase contract, whereas parallel Salam is a sale contract. Okay. So there are different models of Salam. Okay. Now, you know that the bank doesn't want the harvest, right? Okay. For example, Salam contract can be used for rice, can be used for wheat, can be used for rubber, can be used for coffee, can be used for tea and so on. Okay. Anything it grows, it will come later. Fruits, okay, and so on. So obviously the bank doesn't deal in fruits, right? It doesn't buy and sell fruits. So basically what they do is they use an agent, all right? They use an agent. So what happens is the bank will pay in advance the amount Muslim, what is it just now? Muslim ilahi, Muslim fihi, Muslim ilahi, and then Ras al Mal. So the payment will be made to the Muslim ilahi, which is the seller, that's a farmer. And when the time comes for the delivery, that guy won't deliver to the bank. You can't imagine, full sacks of paddy, coming to inside the bank lobby. Yeah? So they deliver to the agent, all right, which is appointed by the Islamic bank. And the agent will sell on half of the bank to the ultimate buyer. So he will sell and then, okay, and then the amount of sell minus the commission, he will pay the Islamic bank. Okay, so Islamic bank pays in advance to the seller for future delivery. Seller delivers as per instruction to the bank's agent. Agent sells the commodity to the ultimate buyer. The ultimate buyer pays the agent. The agent pays the bank less his commission. Okay, right. So that is one model of Salam financing with the agency. Then you can actually do Salam without agency by using a parallel Salam financing. Okay, what is that? Okay, here in this case, the Islamic bank pays in advance to the Muslim Ilahi, which is the seller, in advance. Okay, so and then the Muslim Ilahi delivers to the. Actually, it's not delivered to the bank, but meanwhile, the Islamic bank will do a contract with the ultimate purchaser through a parallel Salam contract. Here, the bank receives the money in advance from the guy who wants to get a particular commodity in a future date. So they get the money in advance, and then the Islamic bank promises to deliver, okay, at a certain price. And then when the delivery is due from the seller, the Islamic bank will instruct the seller to deliver straight to the parallel Salam contract buyer. Okay, which is so that the commodity is not delivered to the bank but straight to the ultimate seller. Okay, all right. So Islamic bank pays in advance, okay, to the seller. Islamic bank receive payment in advance from the buyer in a parallel Salam contract. Muslim Ilahi in the Islam that is the seller delivers the goods to the bank. It's not actually to the bank, they will deliver straight okay, to the, okay, as far as the bank is concerned, they are delivered to the bank, okay. The bank delivers commodity. Actually, this 3 and 4 is not quite correct. The bank will make arrangements so that or they will just pick up the goods from the seller and deliver straight to the buyer. They will use logistics. Nowadays, we have lorry for hire and so on. So they use logistics people to do the delivery. Okay. Okay. All right. Salam has its legitimacy in these are the principles and rules we have to study. Okay. Because as I said earlier that, this contract actually should not be allowed, but because Ibn Qudama says because the people had a need for this and because farmers, market gardeners and tradesmen need money for their living expenses and to spend on their business to bring them to fruition, so faced with the financial salam was made permissible so that they could benefit from it as well as Muslim having the benefit of permissibility. Now, how is salam different from istisna? Istisna is a manufacturing. So if you go to a tailor, basically he's manufacturing, he's making the goods, right? But in salam, it's not, the farmer doesn't make the goods. The farmer just harvests the thing. Unless if you read Surah okay, forgot the surah's name. Allah asks for a question. One of the question is, when you throw the seed, Allah is asking, do you make it grow? Allah make it grow. And that is the what they call a reason for the belief in God. Okay. So basically, they don't make the fruit, Subhanallah, they don't make the fruit. They just make some effort and the fruit goes by. You put the seed inside, you water the plant, or sometimes it's by rain, and then you put fertilizer, whatever, or you plow the land properly, and then it grows by itself. Okay, this is really a miracle. All right. Okay, the payment should be in cash. All right. Some people are allowed to pay in assets. Okay, that one is not very important. Okay. Payment need to be made at the time of execution of contract. Okay. Otherwise, if you pay later, then you already made a contract, isn't it? So if you pay, then becomes a debt. Then, okay, for that, if you want to pay later, then you should use murabaha, reverse murabaha or something like that. Okay, all right. The commodity to be supplied should be known as to kind. And this is I told you in the beginning that you need extra condition in this sort of contracts where the commodity does not exist, the subject matter does not exist. So you have to put additional conditions to prevent fraud and what you call gharar, the uncertainty. So these are the extra rules which the fuqaha has added. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ has said, he gave 1 or 2 conditions for salam, and the fuqaha has added a bit more later to become a bit more safe, So the commodity supply must be known as to kind. So you must know what you are buying, wheat or cotton, or is it rice, or is it whatever, fruits. And then you have to have specified Syrian wheat, what the quality, superior, medium, inferior. And for example, if you're buying rubber, there are various grades, standard grades. Even now, if you read durian, I don't know whether you know about durian, they have a DS2, DS24. Even paddy has, IR something, they have IR this, IR that, they have standards, okay? So you must, because you cannot, like dates, especially, you have so many different type of dates. So you must know what type of dates, what genus you are buying, and what type of quality you are expecting, okay? So these all must be specified in the salam contract, okay? And then the the seller cannot specify that, or the bank cannot specify, it has to come from a particular farm or particular piece of land or particular country, okay? Okay, I mean, the country can, because sometimes you want to import, okay, I want grapes from Chile or grapes from Egypt, grapes from Oman, you can do that. But you cannot specify a particular farm, a particular piece of land, it must be grown from this land, because that is to prevent gharar, because sometimes you can never know, that particular piece of land might not, it might, the what you call the crop might fail. So this is to prevent gharar, okay? Delivery date also must be a future date, okay? And specifying future date is permissible. For example, last day of October, and it should not be contingent. That means you cannot say, okay, if it rains in the last day of October, you can deliver. Or if it doesn't rain on the last day of October, you can deliver. It cannot be a contingent delivery. Okay. Okay. And it must require degree of specificity on the date. And so a range of delivery date is possible because sometimes you do not know when exactly it will be harvested. So you can say maybe last week of October, or the last 2 weeks of October, you can deliver anytime. That is the expected. But it cannot be too general. Okay, anytime this year, cannot like that. Okay, so certain degree of specificity must be there. This is all to prevent uncertainty. Okay, and to prevent fraud. Okay, all right. You can say next harvest season. Okay, sometimes you have 3 harvests per year, so we can say next harvest season. Okay, and so on. That can be a part of the contract. Okay. Place of delivery, you have to say which place you want to deliver. Okay, if not specified as according to custom, maybe in the people all know that the delivery in the particular market, and people know already that's custom, it's okay. But you have to specify the place of delivery. Sale of subject matter before delivery. Okay. If a commodity is food or mobile item, and if it is non-food, sale is permissible. Okay, but if it's food, it cannot be sold before delivery. Okay. Sale back to the Muslim at the contract price are lower, or in the case of sale to a third party at the contract price are lower, or if higher, if the quality is different. Okay. Replacement of subject matter, you can replace. Okay. Normally, replacement of subject matter is prohibited, especially if it is food, because this is ribawi items. Okay. Classical scholars only allow for substitution if it is not food. Substitute is similar to Muslim fee or lower quality, but you cannot take a thing with a higher quality, okay, because that will constitute riba. Okay. Now for parallel salam, I told you what is parallel. It is a reverse of salam. Here, instead of you paying in advance, you sell in advance and you get the payment in advance, and then when okay, but it is not tied up to the salam contract. So because then it will be 2 contracts in one, and then it is haram already. So the parallel salam is different from the salam. But the bank can do the parallel salam in expectation of their salam contract. But they cannot tie it to the salam contract. Supposing the salam contract fails because some monsoon happens, or and then they couldn't deliver the thing. So the bank cannot say to the parallel salam contract buyer, sorry, we were expecting this, the delivery didn't come, so sorry for that, maybe you can pay compensation or something. No, cannot. You can't do that. So it cannot be tied up to the salam contract. So what they have to do is you have to go to the market. If it fails, the salam contract fails, it's not the problem of the parallel salam buyer. So you go to the market, even if it is higher or lower, you have to get the thing and pay the deliver to your buyer. Okay, in the case of parallel salam. Okay, these are the main rules. Okay. All right, let's not go through all this. This is too advanced. Okay, so I think time is up. Is it? Yeah, 20 minutes. Okay, I'll just give you 5 minutes to ask. Okay, well, let some of the points I missed. Okay, how does the bank make profit? Okay, normally what the bank will does is it will do a survey. Okay, what is the price, market price, the future date? Okay, it will do a projection, and then obviously it will buy the definite price, but the price at which it buys from the farmer will be lower than the future anticipated market price. Okay. Now, if the price changes, that's not the problem of the farmer. The farmer will deliver the specific quantity at the particular time, and whether the price goes up or not, it's not the problem of the farmer. Okay. So if the bank makes a loss, then it has to bear the loss because the price has gone down or what. Okay. Normally, they will have to do this. So this is a risk taken by the Islamic bank. Okay. That's why they enter into a parallel salam contract where they fix the price, and then when the delivery is made, they make sure the parallel salam, the price is higher than the buying price, and then they will sell it for a profit. That's why they try to do lah. Okay. Okay. So in the case of the cost increase, all right, okay, all right. So this is how this thing. So it's very risky for banks to do this because the parallel salam might fail. So unless they have parallel salam, it's risky for the banks to do this. Now, has this contract been used by Islamic banks? Yes. I think it's either in Qatar or Dubai where they used to use salam contract to buy salt in the future. Salt, they buy salt. Okay. Okay. You can use this for this thing, but probably what you have to do is get some takaful or insurance so that if the crop failure, then then the bank will be compensated. Okay, all right.
Assalamu alaikum, Professor. What happened if due to monsoon or cyclone the crops failed? While the farmer cannot deliver, what the recourse? Sir?
The farmer has already taken the money, right?
Yeah. No. Let's say he took the money.
Yeah.
He harvested, but eventually the flood came and all the crops died.
Okay, destroyed. So the farmer will have to go to the market. And he will buy alternative product, but the same quality and same quantity, and you'll have to deliver because a contract is a contract.
Oh, okay.
A contract is a contract, okay. But for the farmer, I think that's why the takaful has to come in to support this sort of thing, lah. Okay. So basically, like any insurance, all right. You and this one will be higher because we don't know because. Supposing if there's a monsoon strike, it will not be one farmer, there will be a catastrophic this thing, right?
Yes.
One particular area. That's why we need a lot of retakaful to share the losses over a wide variety of people,
Okay.
We will discuss that when we go to the takaful thing later on, inshallah. So I think we have to come up with some sort of farmer insurance sort of scheme, lah. Similarly, well, the bank also can also they will also have to take the takaful if they cannot meet the delivery. But normally they should be able to go and source nowadays you can go to the commodity market and buy, right?
Yes.
So you can also have a future, you can have trading in the future. For commodities, if it's specified, you can actually do future trading. Normally it's not allowed. Pay first. If there's a parallel salam contract, you can do future trading. You can do that. So as long as you don't specify, but you specify quantity and quality, right?
Yes.
That's to be specified. So, but you can't, that's why people say don't even specify country because suppose, Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so kind to us that the earth is, it is not straight, it is, what is tilted to how many degrees. So there was summer and winter. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so great that, when it is winter in the north, there's summer in the south.
Yes.
And when there's winter in the south, there's summer in the north. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made sure that, okay, people cannot grow food in winter, right?
Yes.
So they can now import it down the logistics, and the containerization. In the future, there will be, drones lifting up your goods and delivering and all that.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have that pipe, transport system where you wear tubes, so you can deliver food. Nowadays, fruits from all over the world come to your country, right? Okay, even if it's not in season, you can get the fruits from some other country. So the bank will have to source somehow that if it's the delivery failure, because that contract is not tied to the salam contract, they will have to deliver, so they will have to source from other markets, or that's why you even have to leave. Sometimes you will have to agree with the buyer. Look, we cannot deliver the grapes from Chile, but we can have grape from Muscat. It's also good. Same and so on, lah. But sometimes you can't do like mango. What's the nice mango in India? That Alfonso,
Imam Pasant.
Yeah. So you can't replicate that, you know.
Yes.
My son is always said, yeah, mangoes
Uh,
are the best, but I don't think so. Lah. I think Indian mangoes are the best.
yes.
Okay. We have Thailand mangoes which are quite lousy, lah. But
Yes.
edible, but it's not so tasty. All
Yes.
right.
Mhm,
So, so Alhamdulillah, this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives a lot of things. But
mhm,
that the problem is the conventional bank doesn't want to take any risk, you know.
yes.
The
Mhm,
whole idea of a riskless thing
mhm.
cannot work in an Islamic financial system.
Right.
But you
Mhm,
can mitigate the risk by having other means like takaful,
mhm,
by not specifying too much exactly, and so on, you know.
mhm,
But in case let's say there's a bad weather and
mhm,
the farmer couldn't deliver the good quality lah.
mhm,
So the quality has gone down. Let's say some
mhm,
get wet and all that, huh? But
mhm.
it's still okay lah. It can be sold, right? It's not a
Right.
rotten or something.
Yes.
It's up to the bank whether they want to take it. But
Mm.
uh, this is something probably the bank takes a risk because if you want to take slightly lower quality, you can do, but you cannot ask a discount
Mm. Mhm.
because if you ask a discount, that will lead to riba, you know.
Oh.
It
Mhm.
will be a riba problem. Okay. So,
Okay.
okay. So, but it's up to the buyer.
Mhm.
If he say no, I don't want to take. I want the exact quality. Then the farmer has to do it, lah.
Mm. Mhm.
But if he goes for the lower quality, he has to take it at that price. You cannot ask
Okay.
for, but you cannot ask for a higher quality.
All right. All right.
And
Mhm.
then also riba.
Okay. Oh, so many
Uh,
considerations.
yeah,
Okay.
you are extracting riba from the farmer.
Oh. Mhm.
Okay. In that case, the best thing to do is the
Uh-huh.
farmer will have to sell the commodity in the market
Uh-huh.
and he will purchase the actual quality of somewhere else and then he will
Mm.
deliver to the market. There are always
Mm.
ways of mitigating risk. We just have to work out some schemes.
All right. Mhm.
Uh, any other question?
So riba is a very wide meaning, not only
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
loans, yeah, but even the transactions, like asking for
Transaction
higher
riba.
price or asking lower quality, higher quality.
Yeah, riba
Uh,
al-fadl. We call it riba al-fadl.
okay,
The
sir.
deferred riba is riba nasia is the riba for loan.
Sir. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair. Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
We have another two participants.
Okay, I think maybe they are a bit shy or something.
Okay, okay. So Jazakallah, Professor.
Yeah,
So I think we can close the session, inshallah.
Next week, inshallah, we'll be doing istisna, the manufacturing contract.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
So
Walaikum
Jazakallah
salam.
to all. Jazakallah to all for joining the session, inshallah.